This is not very reassuring at all. Morris Point, Pacifica. So yeah, you gotta be careful because the trail might collapse, erosions and whatnot, other environmental causes. Yeah, it's not as stable as people would think. And there are stories from Half Moon Bay to Pacifica where drunk kids or kids partying or kids walking on the hiking trail at night accidentally falling off the cliff, or falling, the cliff itself falls off at the very edge and crashes into the water along with a person. It does happen. I've heard it in the news a couple of times, and yeah, just gotta be careful with the trail you're on, either in Pacifica, Half Moon Bay, or anything near the ocean. It's funny because I was talking to my cousin on the phone. I was telling him like he has a job offer on Danville. How's it going?
Hey, all right.
Good. And here's a better view. So I was telling my cousin, rather than look for an apartment, just stay in Sacramento. If you can drive from one job site to home, you know, I mean, it's far, but apartments in the Bay in general, it's very expensive. But he has family in Sacramento. But he did say that his friend is offering him to stay at his place in Antioch, which is his buddy's not charging him anything, which is lucky for him and good for him. But if you're gonna go on your own and stay in a place where the rent is high, if you have family who's willing to give you a free lodging just to support you for the time being, then stay with them. And if you want to move out, then you can. But if you're looking for cheap apartments, it's gonna be Sacramento, Hayward, something beyond the Bay Area. Or Hayward's still part of the Bay Area, but I heard it's pretty cheap down there compared to San Francisco, Redwood City, Peninsula, San Mateo County. Those would be a high price rent. Unless you're staying in a room, then it could be going from $500 to $800 a month, room wise, or $1,000 plus, depending on what kind of agency runs the apartment complex. $1,000 plus, $1,000 for a single bedroom. But in the rare instances, you can get $1,000 or $1,000 less, depending the time and the place. So, for example, South City, yeah, nowadays it's getting pricey, but early days, a couple years down the road, back, I would say, apartment was pretty, you know, 800. Now it's like 1,000 plus or more, depending on if it's a family run or apartment agency that runs the apartment complex. So it varies. A lot of things varies. So that's Rockaway Beach right there from Mori Point. Once you hike the other side of the trail, I think I showed you the video earlier. It's going to be on the other side of the mountain. It's going to be Rockaway Beach. There's the hotel. And I think I'm going to end the video here since it's already showing you pretty much the entirety of this part of Pacifica. So one of the mountains here in Pacifica, Point Mori Point, has this little circle art. I think they call it the labyrinth at certain places. So it's spiral, to be exact, not circle. Spiral art on top of one of the peaks of Mori Point, Pacifica, California. I think it's pretty cool. They have this little art going on the hiking trail. Beautiful sunset. It's roughly around 5 p.m. in 2016 Feb. And a couple of days ago I went to Mount Shasta, and I would recommend Mount Shasta if you're into hiking, snowboarding, skiing, but if you want something a little bit like a resort feeling, I would recommend South Lake Tahoe. So I think 4 hours and a half going to Mount Shasta, while South Lake Tahoe could be 3 hours and a half. So Mount Shasta is close to Redding, California and Oregon. I'm still here at the Pacifica area. It's a little cute little beach town in Northern California, Bay Area to be exact. And this is it for now. Just showing you guys a beautiful place to go on your days off, or if you're not from this state or not from this nation and you just want to see anything beautiful or tourist attraction or local attraction or a place to just chill and relax. Not necessarily a tourist spot or a tourist trap. It's a scenic place, I would say. The perfect term would be a scenic, beautiful scenic or nature-esque view. Now if you continue going north, you're gonna hit San Francisco, but before you hit San Francisco, you're gonna pass another beautiful gem in Bay Area, and I would call it, or it's as it was known, is known as Ocean Beach, Church of Battlements and Cliff House. You guys should definitely check it out once you pass North Highway 1 going to Great Highway. I would recommend those spots as well. And if you're going south, I would recommend going check out Half Moon Bay and Santa Cruz, those places if you're into places like this near the ocean. Great hiking trails, cool little mom and pop stores and shops, mom and pop restaurants.